Welcome back to the battles between Thor versus Scarlet Witch, and who will win. Before we dive into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you all so much. Thor Odinson, often known as the God of Thunder, is not just a legendary warrior. As the son of Odin, the supreme king of Asgard, and Gaia, an elder god representing the primal power of nature, Thor carries a unique hybrid lineage of Asgardian and ancient god. Although born in Norway, his childhood and upbringing were intertwined with the magnificent kingdom of Asgard. His arrogance and warlike nature caused him to lose his father's trust. For this reason, Odin stripped Thor of his power and sent him to Earth in the guise of a human named Donald Blake, forcing him to learn about weakness, compassion, and responsibility. This was a pivotal turning point, where a god began his journey to become a true hero. Upon reclaiming Mjolnir, Thor not only regained his power but also awakened his protective spirit. He became one of the founding members of the Avengers, fighting alongside the greatest heroes to protect Earth. At the same time, Thor also bore the heavy responsibility of maintaining the balance of the Nine Realms, confronting countless destructive forces. Thor's journey has been anything but smooth. He witnessed the collapse of Asgard in devastating Ragnarok cycles, lost Mjolnir, and then reclaimed it in moments of destiny. At one point, Thor ascended to the throne, becoming king of Asgard, but power was never his ultimate goal. What makes Thor great is not just his superior strength, but also his ability to rise after loss, continually fighting for what he believes is right. As the god of thunder with a special lineage, Thor possesses a physical foundation far beyond all norms, capable of lifting colossal weights to the point of shaking an entire planet. His blows not only destroy immediate targets, but also carry enough energy to rattle stars, even withstanding galaxy-scale explosions, and still standing firm like an indestructible monument. Thor's speed also reaches an incredible level. When combined with Mjolnir, he can move at velocities approaching or exceeding light speed, traversing cosmic distances in near instantaneous time. Thor is not just a warrior, but also a rapid response force, appearing wherever there is war or danger. Thor's durability is almost immortal. He has confronted and survived the power of Celestials, the destructive energy of the Phoenix Force, and even the ultimate darkness like the Black Winter. These entities are capable of wiping out universes, yet Thor can still rise after each fall, becoming even more formidable after every battle. With the power to control weather and lightning, Thor can create global storms, summoning lightning bolts imbued with divine power. His ultimate attack, the God Blast, is a testament to his peak strength, a source of energy capable of injuring even high-level cosmic entities. Besides Mjolnir, Thor also possesses Stormbreaker, a weapon that allows him to teleport across space and time, absorb and convert energy, and even break the limits of reality. When granted the Odin Force, or the Power Cosmic, Thor achieves a near-omnipotent state, able to manipulate matter, bend time, and resurrect after death. Thor's regenerative abilities are also far superior. He can regenerate his body at an astonishing rate, is almost immune to toxins, frost, and disease, and even possesses strong resistance to mental attacks. During the Fear Itself event, Thor confronted Borson, also known as the Serpent, Odin's brother and the embodiment of fear. This was a clash between destiny and responsibility. With the Odin sword, Thor ended this threat, but the cost was immense, as he also fell after his victory. Thor also participated in a time-traveling battle against Gorr the God Butcher, an enemy fueled by God-slaying hatred. What's special is that Thor didn't fight alone, but simultaneously existed in three versions: past, present, and future. It was a convergence of self, where Thor had to confront the path he had taken, was taking, and would take. The most shocking moment was when Thor confronted Galactus. Instead of just fighting him, he absorbed the entire power cosmic, turning the entity that once devoured planets into a living weapon, using that very energy to destroy the Black Winter. This showed his terrifying boldness and decisiveness. Thor also defeated Null, the king of the symbiotes, with an attack that converged all divine power from Mjolnir. It was an iconic strike, like a thunderclap, ending a long era of darkness. Additionally, Thor has defeated a host of notorious entities such as Mangog, Ego, the Living Planet, the Destroyer Armor, Ulik, Wrecker, and even Malekith, when he was empowered by a symbiote. Even his confrontations with Hulk in the Banner of War event proved that Thor is always a worthy opponent for any destroyer. In the Siege of Asgard event, Thor did something few could imagine when he defeated the Void, Sentry's dark half, then hurled his body into the sun as a way to end an uncontrollable threat. He also overcame those corrupted by power like Null and Angrier in Fear Itself, showing that Thor not only fights enemies, but also battles symbols of collapse and despair.
All these feats have portrayed Thor not just as a god of war, but as the one who carries the destiny of all realms. Every battle he enters is not just for victory. Thor has proven that he is not only the god of thunder, but the embodiment of hope amidst the apocalypse.
Please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and turn on notifications to catch the latest videos as soon as they drop. Thank you all so much.
Now, let's talk about Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch, also known by her real name Wanda Maximoff, is one of the most complex and powerful characters. Hailing from a Romani woman born on Wundagore Mountain, Wanda was connected to forces beyond human understanding from birth. Her childhood was not peaceful as she became an experimental subject for the High Evolutionary and was influenced by chaotic energy from Chthon, an ancient entity associated with dark magic. Initially, Wanda was considered a mutant, but over time, the nature of her power was more clearly defined as chaos magic, a form of energy capable of manipulating reality at a fundamental level. This took Wanda far beyond the conventional concept of power, transforming her into a nexus being of Earth 616, a pivotal intersection that directly affects the flow of reality. She once stood among the ranks of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants before seeking redemption by joining the Avengers. There, she found love with Vision, and together they built a family, giving birth to 2 sons. However, that happiness was painfully fragile when everything was erased, leaving an irreplaceable void in Wanda. Personal tragedy led to one of the most shocking events in history, House of M. With the phrase, "No more mutants," Wanda reshaped the entire world, causing most mutants to lose their powers and permanently altering the order of existence. That was not just a spontaneous act, but proof that her emotions could determine the fate of all humanity. Currently, Wanda has reached an entirely different level. She has become the Sorcerer Supreme, and at the same time, a living embodiment of the Darkhold, possessing dark knowledge and power beyond all limits. Wanda's power lies not just in her ability to attack or defend, but in her capacity to rewrite reality according to her will. Scarlet Witch is not merely a sorceress. She is the embodiment of chaos, pain, and uncontrollable power. It is the fragility of her soul, combined with nearly infinite power, that has made Wanda one of the most dangerous, yet most pitiable entities. The core of Wanda Maximoff's power lies in chaos magic, a form of energy that allows her to manipulate probabilities, making the impossible real through mysterious hexes. However, that is just the surface. At a higher level, Wanda can rewrite the entire structure of reality, nullifying the powers of other entities. As a Nexus being, Wanda exists as an intersection of countless realities, connecting different timelines and standing outside the constraints of destiny. This allows her to access the life force, a primal cosmic energy capable of amplifying her power to near infinite levels. Wanda also possesses a range of incredible abilities such as energy manipulation, telekinesis, flight, teleportation, time and soul manipulation, and can even bring life back from death. When she fully absorbed the Darkhold, she not only used it as a tool, but became its living embodiment. At the peak of her power, Wanda achieved Sorcerer Supreme status, allowing her to harness and control the most ancient forms of magic, enough to confront elder gods. Wanda's durability also far exceeds the norm. She can resist many forms of magical attacks, and even withstand reality-altering effects from other entities. This makes defeating Wanda not only difficult in terms of raw power, but almost impossible in terms of her fundamental existence. Every time Wanda Maximoff acts, the consequences extend beyond a single battle, spreading to the history and fate of the universe. Wanda has also directly confronted ancient entities. She absorbed and imprisoned Chthon within her own soul, thereby becoming the living embodiment of the Darkhold. Wanda defeated Ushter by compressing an entire galaxy into a weapon, a testament to her ability to manipulate matter and energy on an unimaginable scale. She has also triumphed over dark forces such as Dormammu, Morgan Le Fay, Set, Emerald Warlock, and even the Griever at the end of all things, an entity representing the conclusion of all existence. At the pinnacle of magic, Wanda wields powerful artifacts like the Eye of Agamotto and the Cloak of Levitation, but what truly sets her apart is not just her title, but her ability to overcome death itself. Wanda can resurrect herself, heal others almost instantly, and even manipulate time to defeat Agatha Harkness, one of the most seasoned witches. In Avengers vs. X-Men, Wanda played a pivotal role in stripping the Phoenix Force from Cyclops and the Phoenix Five, preventing a catastrophe that could have incinerated the entire world. All these feats establish Scarlet Witch as an entity beyond the boundaries of hero or villain. She is one who can save or destroy with just a thought, and it is the fragility of her emotions, combined with her nearly infinite power, that turns every one of Wanda's battles into a gamble for the entire universe. The confrontation between Thor and Scarlet Witch is a clash between two completely different types of power. One is an embodiment of raw power and divine energy, while the other is a symbol of chaos and the ability to bend reality. However, Thor is a warrior with virtually limitless physical capabilities. His strength, speed, and durability are enough to confront cosmic entities, and when combined with Mjolnir, he becomes a living storm, capable of crushing any opponent with pure power. But the crucial point here is that all of Thor's strengths still fall within the realm of physics and energy, while Wanda operates on an entirely different level. Wanda Maximoff doesn't need to engage in direct combat to win. With chaos magic, she can change the nature of the battle before it even truly begins. With just a thought, Wanda can make Mjolnir no longer recognize Thor, stripping him of his greatest symbol of power. She can also alter Thor's form, skew probabilities to make all his attacks meaningless, or even completely erase his divine power. Wanda once changed reality on a global scale in House of M, nullifying the powers of almost all mutants with just a single phrase. She has also defeated ancient entities like Chthon and Ashtur, and confronted forces far beyond Thor's level, such as the Griever at the end of all things, or the Phoenix Force. Meanwhile, Thor has shown a certain helplessness against such forms of power. In one encounter, he was controlled by telekinesis without effective resistance. This shows that no matter how strong he is, Thor is at a disadvantage when facing abilities that directly affect reality and willpower. Of course, Wanda isn't always invincible. Thor still has a chance if he can launch a surprise attack before Wanda can cast her spells, or under conditions that limit her magical abilities. But in a direct confrontation, where both are ready and at their best, Wanda would almost certainly need only a single thought to decide the outcome. The difference between them is not about who is physically stronger, but about who controls the rules of reality. And in that game, Scarlet Witch isn't just a player, she's the one who rewrites all the rules. And Scarlet Witch is stronger and would win decisively 9 out of 10 times.
What do you all think about this battle? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you all so much.